Good afternoon, everybody. We are back to Big Man Campus, and we are live Tuesday, January 24th, 2017. My name is Jeff, they call me the Big Man Campus, here with my co-host Ryan. Ryan, little twisted sister to get us into the mood today.
Yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one. I've always liked. I never really listened to Twisted Sister much, but I do like that particular song.
Well, Mike Brenner brought that up.
Stick it to the man kind of thing.
Yeah, he brought that up on today's SBR Odds Couple show. He I guess he thought that I was alive for Twisted Sister, but I wasn't. But I like that song.
Yeah.
So, did I misplace my razor? No, I'm actually going to shave tonight. I should have last night probably, but yes, I am going to shave tonight. This is actually a lot. I hate hair on my face. I definitely got to take care of that tonight. Donald Trump rules. If you're going to continue that talk, you might as well get the hell out of here. We hate Donald Trump. Go fuck Donald Trump. Donald Trump already fucking up America, deciding to continue with the Dakota Access Pipeline. Yeah, let's continue to just dig up Native Americans' clean drinking water.
Yeah.
Great job by Donald so far. Amari Price, what's up? Chris, Chip Mack, Matthew, Sonny, Trey, Benny the Bull, Jim, J-Test, Landon, Brian, Tyler, sorry. Welcome. Welcome to everyone out there. Welcome to everyone out there that's not on the chat box. If you want to jump on the chat box, all you got to do is click the little message icon. Make sure you keep it mature. We're not going to do any of that dumb stuff. Gary Thomas, how you doing? Ryan, I had a bad night last night on the show. 0-3. I can't remember last time I had an 0-3 night. You pushed on your play day. You probably should have won. From what I've seen,
it is what it is.
What did you say? They were down 2.
They were down 2 with under 4 minutes to go. So.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the landscape. But again, you push. It is what it is.
Yep.
You'll look to rebound tonight. What's your game tonight, Ryan?
My game is the Notre Dame Virginia game.
Notre Dame Virginia, great game.
Yep.
Awesome, very good. I am Ryan 43-43 on the year.
500.
But again, guys, these are the plays that aren't good enough to make my card. So again, I mean, yeah, I hit my client play last night. So that's kind of what I'm all about. Somebody made a comment last night, Ryan, on. I shouted out that I was 0-3 on the show, which I was very transparent that I went 0-3. But I hit my client plan. Somebody commented and said, "Typical tout move by you." What do you mean?
What does that mean?
People pay me for it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm giving them winners. I've hit 11 of 15. We had a tough start to the show. At least I'm being transparent. I do the show for free.
Right.
I come on here every day and do this. I mean, really? I mean, come on. Stop with that. So, I mean, as far as that's concerned, we're doing just fine this year. No excuses. You had no excuses. I mean, what can I excuse, Ryan? We have it. It's on tape.
Yep.
As far as that's concerned. So you'll look to get it started again, 10-10.
10-1, yeah.
Well, we don't even count the one because it's like it never happened. Right. So let's jump into it here. I'll start it out, Ryan. And again, guys, we will break down all the games. We'll give some sort of opinion on every game. I see a lot of chatter on the internet about Notre Dame, Virginia. I see a lot of plays. I've seen Virginia. I've seen Notre Dame. I've seen all sorts of things. We'll be interested to hear your opinion, Ryan. Let's jump into it, Ryan. 7:30 Eastern. Vanderbilt hosting Arkansas. Again, these plays are for entertainment only. I can only say that 6,000 times before we do this show. I'm not holding a gun to your head and telling you to bet these games. These are the games that did not make my card for some reason. Vanderbilt and Arkansas. Vandy laying 3.5. Over under 152. Ryan, Arkansas kind of playing under the radar this year. 15-4. I was interested to see that. I didn't know that. They've been playing some pretty good basketball, and look, offensively they've been very good. Defensively they've been decent. But what's good about them, Ryan, is they have been very good against a three-point shot, allowing just 33% this year. I've learned from watching Vanderbilt, Ryan, very dependent on the three ball.
Yeah, they are.
They only shoot at about 43%. They're really dependent on the three ball, and they've lost 4 of 5, has Vandy. Did beat Florida in their last game, which I think you and I both discussed. I mean, Florida's kind of showing their true colors on what kind of team they are. Arkansas's got the Arkansas got the rebounding edge in this game. They really come in kind of controlling the glass. And like I said, they've kind of come across a little bit under the radar to me. They've won 6 of 9 on the road. And the big thing about Arkansas that I like is they've won 5 straight games decided by 4 points or less. That means they're getting the job done in close situations. Here we have a line that's a little inflated due to the Vanderbilt win, Ryan, over Florida. I don't know how good Vandy really is. I see an Arkansas team that can win on the road. They played kind of under the radar. I could see them winning this game. I like the way they kind of match up with Vandy. The one reason on why I wouldn't play this is because, look, I mean, the line's kind of odd. I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense, this line. Again, I guess because Vanderbilt's at home or whatever, but maybe Vanderbilt will use that win the other night as kind of a springboard. Bryce Drew, maybe they're getting some things figured out there, but Arkansas should win this game. I'll take the 3.5 points, though.
Yeah, they're going to have to, kind of like you said, they're going to have to make threes, really, to kind of keep the game close and ultimately give themselves a chance to win this game. And, it is obviously refreshing, the fact that Arkansas does play good defense on the perimeter, like you said, holding teams under 30% at home on the year from the three-point line. And, SEC basketball is weird. It's kind of really, it's conference that we've talked about on the show before. It's hard to kind of get a grip on. And, it is definitely a strange line. I mean, I'd be interested to know what the line would have been had Vanderbilt not beat Florida. I mean, would this line be upwards of 6 or 7? Would it be that high, or would it be kind of right around what it is? Obviously, the fact that they are the home team obviously plays into that somewhat. But yeah, Vanderbilt doesn't do a lot for me. I don't think they do a lot for anyone for that matter. They've kind of struggled to score lately. Don't even average 70 points per game over their last 5. And that goes kind of goes hand in hand with the fact that they are so reliant on the 3. They kind of remind me of a Michigan team where if their shots are falling, they can kind of hang around in every game. If their shots aren't falling, you look at what they did when they went to Illinois and they got pummeled. So I don't like getting involved with those kind of 50-50 teams. So I would lean Arkansas, but I don't have a strong read on this.
This reminds me a lot of when Vanderbilt played Middle Tennessee. They had to go on the road and play Middle Tennessee, and Middle Tennessee kind of locked down on the three-point line, really they were hamstrung to score the basketball. I think Arkansas will do something similar tonight, and look, Arkansas is pretty damn good from the offensive point of view, so I can see them winning this one, but I'll take the 3.5 points here. Benny says Hammer Cuse tonight, the Dome will be rocking. Yep, we'll get into that one for sure. So I'll go Arkansas plus 3.5 in this one. Second play that I'm going to recommend, it's kind of just a feel. I bet this one last week. I had a play on it. And I'm going to go back to the well with San Diego State, Ryan, -6 at Air Force. I listened to the press conference yesterday from Steve Fisher, and I'm concerned a little bit here due to the fact that SDSU's been off for a week, Ryan. They had a bye. They've been off for a week. I wonder, will that mess up this kind of run they're on? They've won 3 in a row. They fought back. They're only a game back of Nevada in the Mountain West. How about that?
Yeah.
This conference is very much not a lot of wiggle room here. So I'm concerned by that a little bit, but they were a little hobbled, so maybe they got a little bit healthy. But now you got to go on the road, and we've talked about in the Mountain West. It's one of those conferences, Ryan, where you have to not only fly commercial, but you have to fly into a city. You then have to get on a bus and travel. There's no airports in Colorado Springs. Mm-hmm. There's no airports in Laramie. You've got to get on the bus and move around, and that's a little different. I do look at, though, recently, San Diego State's had a good they played well against Air Force, crushed them in Colorado Springs last year, 77-45, and you're starting to see that old San Diego State defense coming back, Ryan. They've really ratcheted down 62 points a game, giving up 39% shooting, and they're going to need to play well defensively because the one thing Air Force does well is score the basketball. They run Princeton offense. They really kind of and Steve Fisher came out and said it. They do a lot on the back end of defenses. They really get a lot of easy layups, that kind of thing. I don't think San Diego State will have trouble scoring in this game, though. Air Force has some issues on the defensive end. I think the way that they're starting to feel a little bit offensively, I like them in this spot. They're getting people back healthy. And you look at San Diego State, I mean, Air Force is averaging and giving up 46% from 3.
Yeah.
I mean, that's awful. Yeah. That is really bad. I look at this similar to that UNLV game. Kind of a little bit of a line where you might think that's a little too many points. It's on the road, but I like what I saw at San Diego State. I think they go in, take care of business. And one other trend, Ryan. When holding a team under 60 points in the last 108 games, San Diego State 104-4 when they hold teams under 60 points a game. Will they do that tonight? I don't know. They did it last year. Held them to 45.
Right.
Impressive. Don't think they'll do that tonight, but I could see a double-digit win here for the Aztecs.
Yeah, maybe this is kind of the Aztecs' point in the season where they kind of turn a corner. They opened conference play struggling, dropping their first two, I believe it was, and like you said, Jeff, now they've ripped off 3 in a row. Really kind of playing some stifling defense, and Air Force can score. Yes, though scoring 78 points a game on the season, but kind of like you said, which is really kind of concerning, is the fact that how bad they've been on the defensive in the last few games for Air Force. And look, San Diego State, I mean, their kind of repertoire has been the same thing for as far back as they've been relevant in the last 7-8 years. Is we're going to get it done on defense, and we'll score here and there, and we'll score enough to get by. I mean, they're only scoring 70 points per game this season, but that's standard, and that's Coach Fisher, he's used to playing that kind of way. It's not like it's something strange to him or for the kids there. So I would expect them to kind of go into Air Force and keep humming here. Look, like you said, and I remember watching one of your videos. I think it was when you were talking about a game last week at San Diego State. You mentioned the injuries. And, I think having that week off, you said maybe it kind of hurts them with the momentum. I think it benefits them to kind of get everyone healthy, kind of get everyone. Look, take a week off. We're going to have some practices here and there, but we don't have any travel. We don't have any games or anything like that. So I think it's going to help them. And the Aztecs, I think it's a very similar spot to the spot last week, like you alluded to. They should be able to take care of business with Air Force. We'll learn a lot about San Diego State tonight. If they go in here tonight, kind of mess around, don't cover, maybe get out of there with a 1 or 2 point win, or lose, you may kind of want to back off San Diego State going forward. But this is a big game, in my opinion, for them tonight.
Yeah, there's not, like I said, not a lot of wiggle room in this conference. There's a lot of teams with either 2 losses or 3 losses.
Right.
Not a lot of room to screw around here. So I'm hoping they turn a corner, but that week always kind of hurts a little bit. It's just kind of maybe you lose the momentum a little bit. But we'll see how it goes.
Good coach and Steve Fisher, I don't think lets them kind of get out of that,
Yeah, and it's not like they laid around all week and didn't do anything. I mean, they were out there practicing and doing stuff. So we'll see how it goes. I'll lay the number -6 here with SDSU. Does anyone know if De'Aaron Fox is playing tonight? I'm seeing questionable. I don't think he'll play, from what I understand. Melo Trimble, he's been sick, I believe, with the flu. Listen, that's a touchy thing because I've seen, like, Mo Watson before he got injured. He had the flu a week or two ago before he got injured, and he came out and played his ass off against Providence. So I don't know. I think Trimble would be more inclined to play as opposed to De'Aaron Fox, but I guess we'll see. But I don't have anything on either of those just yet. Ryan, I only have 2 plays tonight, so I'm gonna hand it off to you. Yeah, I looked at Notre Dame, which I'll recommend, and I'll give my opinion on that game here when you give it. But I'm going to go with those 2 here tonight.
Okay. Yeah, I was trying to grab and see if I can get anything on those 2 players, but I'm not seeing anything yet either. I mean, you know how the college stuff works. I mean, really, it goes up to game time.
I mean college. There's a reason. I mean, college. They don't have injury reports.
Right.
The only reason injury reports are around is because people gamble in the NFL. That's why they're around.
Yeah.
What is your play of the day today?
Yeah, like I said, it's going to be on that Virginia Notre Dame game, and rightfully so. There's a lot of people on each side, and it is kind of one of those coin flip games. I mean, the line speaks for itself. It's currently 1.5 in favor of Notre Dame, and that's the side I'm going to back here. We kind of talked about these 2 teams lately. Talked about Virginia yesterday in our 5 for 5 segment. We talked about teams that we thought maybe could make a run, and you alluded that you thought maybe Virginia could be a team that could dip out in the first weekend, and the lack of offense maybe being the issue there. I mean, they're only scoring 69 points a game. Obviously, defensively, they're fantastic. But Notre Dame is a team that, people are starting to really come around with on the national scale. We've been into them here for quite some time. And look, this is a team that's 12-0 at home. This is a team that is very good ATS. They're on a nice little 5-0 run, 6-1 in conference against the spread. And overall, they have good numbers ATS. Likewise does Virginia. But I think the fact that Notre Dame is starting to kind of really separate themselves. Look, they can score. We know that Matty Farrell and Visturi and all the guys that they throw out at you. But the thing for me that I like too is the fact that they get after it defensively too. Look, usually when you see high-powered offenses, most of the time they don't take that kind of pride in the defensive end. You know, they give up 72, 75 points a game, somewhere in there. The fact that this team's giving up 67 points a game in general is pretty alarming to me. And going forward, that's only going to help them as the season goes on. So I like them here in this spot. I think Virginia, look, this will obviously be kind of a drag them out kind of game. It'll be interesting to see who kind of dictates the tempo and where this goes. Virginia, obviously, a team that kind of wants to drag it out, make you kind of play their tempo, which I think is fine for Notre Dame because they're okay with kind of playing in the half court and waiting to kind of get the right shot. They're fine with that, and they're a good shooting team. That kind of obviously helps against a defense in Virginia. They do all the little things right. We talked about Notre Dame a lot in here. The thing about Virginia is they really only have one guy in London Perantes that's really can kind of beat you, in my opinion, kind of make his own shot and score it well into the 20s. So I like what Virginia does defensively. It's just offensively, they've been the same team for the last 3 years. Look, we're going to shoot at a high percentage, but we're only scoring 69 points a game. I don't think they're going to have enough in this game to go on the road and be able to kind of score enough points against that good defense and against that great offense that they have there. And if it's a close game, which the line says it is, Jeff, we've seen Notre Dame be able to close these close games. So I like Notre Dame tonight. I'm going to kind of ride that little train that they got going right now. 17-3 on the year, haven't lost at home. I'm going to go with that. So and they have the edge on the glass, which I always point to in close games. So.
Haven't lost at home this year. 12-0 straight up. We've talked about it before as well, and I know you broke it down. Free throw percentage, best in the country against a team that shoots under 70%. That could be big in this game. One concern: UVA has owned Notre Dame over the last couple of years. Definitely a much better Notre Dame team or Virginia team that they've had the last couple of years. But yeah, I mean, a coin flippy game. I definitely think Notre Dame's the play here in this one. I am skeptical a little bit. Virginia is never a team I like to bet against, but we'll go with what you.
Yeah, I like Notre Dame here for sure.
Yeah, and
they play well. I mean, they play well at home. They do all the little things. I mean, they're just a team that you feel comfortable backing. I mean, if they lose, obviously they don't cover every game. If they don't cover and they lose, I mean, it is what it is. It happens. But at least you feel comfortable, and you're not on the edge of your seat like you are maybe with some games that some teams that don't do those little things. Perfect example. Oklahoma last night. I know you talked about it on one of your shows today. If they make a couple free throws, Texas doesn't have a chance there. So it's the little things that win you games. Talk about it all the time, but it really is true.
Yeah, Oklahoma really. They get the lead. I mean, you have a shot to go up 4 there, or at least 3. Yep. I mean, you make a bucket there or a basket there, and you at least need a 3 to hurt you. But you missed both free throws there. I mean, that's brutal.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, if you had Texas, congratulations. I don't ever get games like that. I don't ever get those things happening.
Right.
I usually just lose pretty bad. I don't ever get like those random close games and I get a bank shot 3 to win.
Yeah, yeah, it doesn't seem to happen.
But good for you if you had that one. So yeah, Notre Dame.
Yep, that's who I'm on.
Very good.
That's my pleasure.
So I like San Diego State -6 and Arkansas plus 3.5 against Vanderbilt. You like the Notre Dame Fighting Irish against Virginia. Yep. Let's break down the rest of the card here. Just kind of gloss through the rest of them here. 43-4 the last 47 home games. Yeah, impressive for sure.
Very.
I wonder at some point who will exploit Notre Dame inside. They don't have a ton of depth down low. They don't really have a big either.
Yeah.
Who knows? We'll see. I'm not sure that Virginia can do it though. By the way, Virginia also. No one on their team scores above 12 points a game.
There you
go. Don't really have much there. Auburn at South Carolina. South Carolina laying 10 over under 139.5. I don't really have much in this game. Auburn looks pretty good here, but I don't know. I get a feeling Auburn might be fading a little bit. I don't know. They did win the other night at Alabama, which is a nice win and whatever, but are they good enough to hang around with some of these really good teams in the SEC? I'm going to think this might be too many points, but I'm not really too interested in this one.
Yeah, kind of likewise here. I mean, is Auburn going to be able to score on the road against a good defensive team in South Carolina? Like you said, they may be kind of running out of steam here, but I have no interest in that. Like I said, SEC basketball doesn't do much for me.
Buffalo -3.5 at Miami of Ohio. No opinion on the MAC in this game.
At least not this matchup.
Yeah, Akron, Western Michigan. I mentioned today 3.5. I definitely like Akron in this matchup. Western Michigan is a mess defensively. Akron needs to go on the road and win again like this. They can't afford
no
to lose.
excuse to lose.
Yeah, this team is undefeated in conference. They're 16-3 overall. They're leading this conference. You need to go in and beat Western Michigan.
Agreed.
Toledo, Ohio. Look, not for nothing. I mean, is Toledo this bad? I mean, Antonio Campbell's not playing their best player for Ohio, and I mean Toledo is supposed to be pretty good. I mean, they're about 500 this year. I'm one to think they could hang around in this game. I feel like, but two odd teams. I don't like.
People like Toledo, so kind of lines going down. So
yeah, Bowling Green, Central Michigan. Listen, I mean, if you feel like betting Bowling Green, good luck. I mean, Bowling Green's not very good. And listen, I'm not interested in betting against Marcus Keene.
No.
Braylon Race and Marcus Keene are nasty.
Very.
They are really good offensively. I just think this is a case
not good defensively.
Well, but I think this is a case that Bowling Green just won't keep up.
Yeah, can't keep up in that. Yeah, I got you.
Central Michigan just blitzes you, man.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I mean, that other night, I mean, that Marcus Keene, I mean, he's ridiculous.
He is very good.
Should be able to get the job done at home here. Wichita State, Southern Illinois. I'm never interested in betting against Wichita at home. They're just in conference really impressive.
Yeah.
Only playing a big number though.
Yep, exactly. They've kind of been a little subdued lately. It seems like, but
yeah. I mean,
they're still.
I think they're still. They lost to Illinois State, but they're still. They're still just fine. Louisville, Pittsburgh. A lot of people falling in love with Pittsburgh here. I've been impressed with what I've seen out of Louisville since they lost Quentin Snyder. I thought they would kind of be hamstrung on what they can do, but they've been pretty impressive, I thought. Probably should have beat Florida State. If a ball bounces their way, they crushed Clemson. I'm not really impressed with Pittsburgh. I don't see
how you can be.
Yeah, I would lay the number.
I mentioned to you this afternoon that I like Louisville in this spot. I don't get. Look, I know it's at home for Pittsburgh, but they don't play much defense. And Louisville really kind of showed me something and showed the country something. If you weren't paying attention, I mean, to lose your leader, your best player, to go on the road to Florida State, and then you fall down 14-0, and then you come all the way back and have a chance to win. I mean, credit those kids. I mean, that's impressive. So I kind of like Louisville tonight.
Yeah, I would probably look that way. Purdue, Michigan State. This line reeks to me. This line is weird. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Purdue should roll here, but look, Michigan State has played better. They've owned Purdue in this series. I get the feeling Tom Izzo has some magic on tonight.
Yeah.
Not going to get involved with it, but I'm just saying.
Purdue should. I mean, they should win, and they should be able to kind of go into East Lansing and win. I mean, they're the better team. I mean, really, they are the better team right now, and the line is kind of stinky. And I know that Michigan State has kind of owned Purdue lately, but different season. But I mean, the line's going down. It's 1.5 now. I'm not really interested. I would lean Purdue, but it's just too weird.
Bonaventure laying 10 to St. Joe's. We've talked about St. Joe's. I'm not interested without Newkirk. This line has continued to rise. No real opinion on it. Duquesne, Davidson. Listen, if you want to lay 13 with Davidson, go ahead. I'm not interested in it, though.
Yeah, Duquesne's been pretty decent ATS this year. They're very good on the road. 5-1 ATS to on the road. I thought about backing them the other day as a play of the day, and I can't remember if they covered or not. But
scrappy team.
They're very scrappy, and they hang around. Yeah, I kind of echo your same sentiment. I'm not sure I want to lay 13 with Davidson now. Kansas,
West Virginia, another interesting line. This one smells as well. West Virginia off of 2 bad games. Now the number 1 team in the country is getting 3.5. Listen, until someone goes into West Virginia and really is able to kind of get the job done here. Look, I like Kansas. I think they have the players that can definitely easily win this game. But
I think you look at this game, Jeff, as West Virginia is just a more desperate team right now.
yeah,
I mean, who needs the game more?
yeah.
I mean, does it hurt Kansas to lose here? No.
No.
They'll have 2 losses.
Not really.
And one of them would be to West Virginia on the road. I mean,
This
West
looks
Virginia
just-
loses. I mean, they will have lost 3 in a row, and they kind of need this game.
Yeah, this just is like Baylor reincarnated. It seems like.
Yeah.
Kansas obviously better than what Baylor is. And look, if anyone's going to go in there and win, it'd be Kansas.
Sure.
I guess I would go with that, but I can't do it. Such a sick card tonight. I'm pumped. I think this is possibly the worst card of the season. I hate this card personally. I really had to look deep into this tonight. Look ahead spot to Kentucky for Kansas. Yeah, that's a good point for sure. That can definitely waver. But I guess my question is, I know that it's obviously another big blue blood program, but the game literally means nothing at all.
This one. You talking about this one?
Oh,
Well, either of them.
What
this
does that
game's
mean,
in conference,
really?
right? The other game, though, yeah.
I mean, this game I want to balls to the wall in.
Sure.
Rutgers, Maryland. Just not sure what's going on with Mello Trimble. Listen, if you're looking to back Rutgers, good luck. I mean, this team's bad offensively. Yeah, they pulled one out of their ass the other day against Nebraska, a game they shouldn't have won, but they did.
And that was at home.
Yeah, it was at home. They play better at home than anywhere else. With Mello in, I would go Rutgers. Or Maryland, I'm sorry.
Right.
Maryland's good at home, too.
Yeah.
That's a great place to play.
It is.
Villanova, Marquette, I'll avoid. What do you like here?
I like Nova. I'm not really willing to kind of go against Villanova. They cover. They're one of the better teams in the country. That's the way I'll lean.
Wake, Syracuse. Syracuse way better at home than on the road. They've been at home in a while, it seems like. Wake comes in a little bit fat, I feel like, after that NC State win, and you're kind of feeling good. I get the feeling they get it straight tonight at home.
Yeah, I like Syracuse as well. I think Wake kind of. I mean, Christ, they hadn't won a road game in conference in 3 years, and they're going to tell me they're going to win 2 in a row. I don't see it. I like Syracuse.
Yeah, I guess that we were saying that though against NC State too. It's like
streaks are meant to be broken.
Sure. But yeah, I would probably go with the orange here. Penn State, Wisconsin. Can Penn State hang? Yeah, sure, any team can hang.
Penn State's a pesky team. Like when they're at home, when they're at the Bryce Jordan Center, it's a little different. Going on the road, I'm not one to kind of get involved with Penn State, but
yeah, me either. Especially down in Madison. Drake, Missouri State. I liked Missouri State until Ronnie Russo went out. He's been out with personal issues. Drake's been pesky. Kent State, Northern Illinois, no opinion. Kentucky, Tennessee. I think even without De'Aaron Fox, Kentucky rolls.
I agree.
Tennessee's junk. They're trash. I did a show with Teddy Covers today, and that was one of the questions was teams you're looking to avoid going forward. They were on my list. This Tennessee team's junk. I mean, they really are. Tennessee money line? No way. Come on.
I don't see it. But
yeah, me either. Ball State, Eastern Michigan, no opinion. Utah, New Mexico. New Mexico's played a lot better lately.
Yeah.
Starting to close games out a little bit for what it's worth. They have some decent players. Elijah Brown and Tim Williams, and they're playing pretty well. Utah State's been really down. I would probably lean with the home favorite there. Tulane, Houston. This Tulane team seems to be getting 16.5 every
game. Yeah. It's true.
Listen, they don't have much Tulane. They're a terrible defensive team. Houston needs to get right, though. They have to kind of give an all-around good performance here. I'm never looking to bet and grab Tulane ever. They're bad.
Yeah, they're 4-15, and not particularly good ATS. You're right, but Houston isn't good ATS. But if there's a chance for them to kind of get it right, it's to take on a team that's giving 80 points per game on the road. They should be able to hammer Tulane.
I would hope.
Yeah,
I thought SMU would too, but they kind of fucked us on.
Well, they fucked up at the end. It was a 20-point win. But things happen.
Kansas State, Iowa State. This game, I have no opinion on.
Me neither.
Both are horrible free throw shooting teams. Kansas State, a good road team. Iowa State, I never get anything.
They're
right
a coin flip, aren't they?
Yeah. If I had to bet it, I would probably just. I don't know. I don't want to give a gun to my head play in this game.
I would lean Kansas State. I'll go ahead and do it.
Yeah. One with a show with Teddy Beard. Tomorrow morning, Sports Bet. On Sports Bet. It'll be out tomorrow. It's usually out around 9 a.m. or so. It'll be on SBR Forum on there as well. Iowa State should win at home. They should. But I should be not overweight, and I am. Life can't always be like we think it should be, right?
Yeah. No, I know.
You should be a doctor, but you're not. I should be drunk.
Life would be different if I was a doctor. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe a gynecologist.
I wouldn't want to do that.
No.
Sorry.
Just for models, though.
I would have no interest in doing that. If I could be a doctor, I would probably.
You ever see that movie Kindergarten Cop?
No.
You never saw that?
No, I haven't.
Okay, never mind.
If I was going to be a doctor, I would probably be like a plastic surgeon maybe, or like cardiologist would be cool. I feel like. I don't know. I won't be ever.
Maybe just a family doctor. I mean, for Christ's sake, anytime I go to the family doctor, they're like, "Oh, hey, what's wrong?" I tell them. They're like, "Okay, here's a prescription. See you later." It's like, wow, dude, thanks.
I think family doctors are clueless. They are.
That's what I'm saying.
Clueless.
They get paid pretty decent to basically write you prescriptions. I mean, or say, "Hey, I can't help you. You need to send you here."
Yeah, I think they're. I really concern myself going with. Family doctors.
Yeah.
Really hate them. So, yeah, I'm good on that. What's not to like about tonight's card? Every game's a coin flip. That could go any way, and I don't see any reasoning on liking it. Listen, I don't like these big conferences. I'm sorry. You do. I prefer to bet on Cal Irvine and those kind of teams.
Yeah.
So I don't have any what is to like? Every game's a coin flip. I can see a reason for betting this game. Like Iowa State, the Kansas game, the Notre Dame game.
Like as a fan, I mean,
As
a basketball fan, I agree. But yeah, it's definitely
from a fan standpoint. Yeah, I mean, if you like college basketball, it's great games,
small numbers,
great games. But as far as from a betting standpoint, I'm not interested in many of these. Orthopedic surgeon, you literally get paid $1,000 an hour to tell you to see a physical therapist. That's a good point.
True.
Love Paulie and the gang. Welcome to Sports Bet. Betting Insight today. Yeah, he's you get a kick out of him, don't you, Ryan?
Yeah, he's definitely interesting. That's for sure.
I think Notre Dame's a great play on them pretty large. Good luck, man. Good luck. Hopefully win. Ryan's got him too, so I guess we'll be rooting everyone in.
Yeah.
A lot of people in Notre Dame, I've noticed. I did see NJ Cappers on the Virginia side, though.
Oh, okay.
He says if Virginia wins, everyone who retweets his tweet will get $25.
Wow, nice.
So I'm pretty much sure he won't pay anyone anything.
I don't follow him, or have I never.
He's got a 500 unit play.
I never converse with him, but like, I mean, he basically just does this for like entertainment, right? To get like.
Well, I think we were talking about it, and
right?
I think maybe 500 units.
Like he doesn't. I don't know if he even bets these games. I mean, he obviously doesn't bet it for the amount that he says, but
what's a unit to him? A unit could be penny.
I hear you. I hear you.
So for me, it's like 500 units. Okay.
Yeah.
How about that? We're on 2 of the 3 opposite sides of him. Mm-hmm. On Trey. How about that?
That happens.
Good luck. There's a lot of different kind of bettors, So
it's true.
Everybody, we all make the world go round.
Uh-huh.
Ryan, what else do you have? Do you have anything else tonight? I don't have much else. With the Super Bowl kind of in flux, we're not going to talk about it yet. We're not going to talk about any props yet.
Yeah, it's a while.
We had some fun last night with some things. It's really just college basketball right now. I did hear that your Donna Ventura, they had some news that came out about him. Do you believe that his body was looted? Did you see that?
No.
Supposedly he was still alive, and he was beaten basically, or something like that. And his body was basically robbed, and they robbed some things from him. And
really,
that's what Pedro Martinez was saying.
Wow. No, I didn't hear.
Not sure how valid that is, but that's what I've heard.
Wow.
Kind of a sick stuff there.
Yeah, really. That's true.
But
yeah.
What do you got tonight?
Yeah, we'll do a little buy or sell segment.
Buy or sell
to wrap things
Very
up.
good.
Yep. First one here, the Zags, your Gonzaga Bulldogs.
Yes.
You love tremendously.
I do.
The Zags will run the table on their way to the NCAA tournament.
It's so tough. I don't think they do. I really don't. I think they'll lose a game at some point. Look, you got to you got to finish the schedule out. Then you got to win all those games in the conference tournament. I get a feeling they lose to St. Mary's, actually.
Okay. At St. Mary's.
Yeah,
right?
but listen, I wouldn't be surprised if they do because that conference isn't very good, and they've beaten a lot of good teams so far, as we know.
So you're going to sell that?
Yeah, I'm going to sell that. I think they go into the tournament with one loss.
Okay. So whether that loss is in the regular season or in the conference tournament, you think they'll have one?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sell it too. I think they'll slip up somewhere. I mean, Kentucky showed us a few years ago it's very hard to run the table. I mean, they were very lucky to win some of them games that they won. So
well, keep in mind, Ryan, you're talking about the SEC against the Western Coast Conference.
Sure, no, I hear you.
But
it's definitely difficult. I mean, everyone's going to give you their best shot every night.
Watch them lose to like Santa Clara or something.
Hey, I mean,
Steve Nash comes out.
All it takes is one bad shooting night. Really, that's all it takes.
Yeah, but you even look at their bad shooting nights. I mean, they still win by 20.
Right. Number 2. Russell Westbrook is the best player in the NBA right now.
I buy that.
Buy it?
Yeah, I do think he is. I've always said I think he's impossible to stop. I mean, Dan Lebatard made a great point earlier that how do you stop anything he does?
Yeah.
Like that game-winning shot last night. Mm-hmm. How do you stop that?
It's very hard.
I mean,
absolutely.
Listen, there's some great scorers. I mean, clearly, James Harden and LeBron and others, but he's just a guy that just does whatever he wants in the court. I mean, he triple-double, averages. By the way, the fact he's not in the All-Star game is a fucking crime. Yeah, I think right now he's the best player in the NBA. I mean, LeBron is I may be all around, but I don't know. LeBron's kind of fading away a little. Touch.
Yeah, a touch.
And what about him complaining last night?
Yeah.
Really kind of calling the kettle black. And what else do you want? I mean, you have, like you said, you have Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving. What more do you need there?
I'll tell you who I don't think he is. He's definitely in the top. Christ, if he's not top 2, he's definitely top 3. I'll tell you who I think, and this might get a lot of flack, but I make the point that if I was building a team right now and I could pick one player in the NBA to build around, it would be this guy. And this guy I think is the best player in the NBA right now, just as an all-around standpoint. Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, I was close.
I
sure.
love Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
I mean, you look what he can do offensively. He's really kind of developed his game. I mean, he's constantly dropping 20, 30 points, sometimes 40 points a game. The way he can defend a 1, a 2, a small forward, and some power forwards he can defend. I mean, he really gives you so much so much, kind of. And the thing I like about him too is he just goes about his game. He's not a hot dog. You know me, Jeff. I'm not into that whole like hot dog shit. That's just not me. I just like the way he carries himself, and he's my guy right now. That's who I like right now. So
no, he's ever evolved into a huge, improvement. I mean, he's gotten so much better than when he came into the league. He was a great shooter. He couldn't really. He's like a 40% shooter now from 3. He's just evolved and. Yeah, he's fantastic.
Yep.
That's a great point, Ryan.
Third one.
We have a couple here.
Okay.
Greek Freak. I mean, he's good. I mean, he is having a great season. I'm not sure he's a top 10 player.
I'm not going to label the best player in the NBA.
Yeah, but I mean, you did say right now. I still don't think he's better than like 5 different players. Anthony Davis. Yeah, he's good, but he's constantly hurt.
He is hurt a lot. That's an issue.
I got to tell you, I don't think Anthony Davis is in the top 5, personally. Good player, but he's kind of wasted the Pelicans, unfortunately. Jeff, did we not make a deal? I'm going for 22-1, last 23. Yeah, Chris, listen, I would like to see some documentation that you did go 22-1. Clearly, that's a great record if you did do that. Good job. Chris is on Notre Dame tonight. But Chris, I am a handicapper. I don't really shout a lot of other handicapping services out. Keep that in mind. Listen, we're not going to talk negatively about anyone anymore. We're just going to move on from that. But let's move on to the next one.
Yeah, third one here. Duke will get past the first weekend in the NCAA tournament.
Oof.
So they'll win their first 2 games.
I'm going to sell that.
And get to the round. They get to the Sweet 16.
Yeah, I'm going to sell that.
You're going to sell it?
Yeah, I am. I think we're overreacting a little bit to Duke. Listen, clearly they have to fix their defensive issues. But look, their coach is gone. They need him back. I mean, they just got Emil Jefferson back. Listen, they don't have much of a point guard either.
Yep.
That's a problem. But yeah, I mean, they just continue to they look good for a game or a half, and then it's back to the same old crap. I don't know. They'll get in. They'll win a game or two. I'm not sure how good they are, but they'll turn it up. They'll be fun.
Yeah, I don't think they'll get past the first weekend. I don't.
The first weekend's 2 games, and
I know.
one is a normally gimme.
Right,
so.
but here's the thing: they don't continue to play well in this little stretch they're on. I mean, they're not going to be a 2-3 seed, 4 seed.
Right.
I mean, that makes your first couple games more difficult.
And this is why these questions are tough, because clearly you never know. You never know what the
you don't know what the
matchups are. But yeah, sure. I think it's hard to say that they won't win a game or two. I mean, because look, they have a lot of talent.
They do,
clearly.
Yeah.
You're a bitch. Well, that's not nice, Chris. Don't say that. Chris is 22-1. He's on Notre Dame tonight, as are we all. I guess we'll all root ourselves in, right?
I guess.
I mean, we're all in the same game, so I don't understand what you want me to say.
Right.
I don't really shout at any handicapping services. This is my show, and you have your own as well.
Next one, number 4.
Someone said if they make the tournament, Chip Mack, wow, you don't think they'll make the tournament? They would have to literally go lose every game from here on out.
They'll make the tournament.
Yeah, and I think they'll turn it on, like he says, with Coach K back. I agree with that.
Number 4, this whole Big Ben Roethlisberger retirement talk is a overreaction.
It's an overreaction. I'll buy that it's an overreaction. I think he's still going to come
I don't
back.
think there's any way he retires.
Yeah.
None.
I mean, he definitely looked a little more frail, though, I'll point out.
You know what I think this is? I think this is him. And this interview is what, a day or two after they just lost. They lost bad. He's kind of subdued right now. And I just think he's pissed off and maybe a little pissed off at, maybe he's kind of sending a message to the organization, to management, saying, hey, some things need to change around here. And if they're not, then I'm out of here. Maybe he's kind of doing that sort of thing.
And you see that with all these guys. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is the same thing.
Yeah, and I don't buy it. And Twitter was kind of blowing up, at least some of the Pittsburgh followers and whatnot that I follow. So
yeah, I don't think he's going anywhere. I think he's still good for a year or two or maybe 3.
He should. I mean, he's
still pretty.
But he's going to get banged up every year. That's just how he plays the game. He's going to get banged up. It happens. But he still played at a pretty elite level this year. So.
And he's still got weapons too.
Exactly. Last one, guys. The Super Bowl will be as or more exciting than the national championship game.
I'm gonna buy that.
You're gonna buy? Okay. You think it's gonna be a good game?
I think it's gonna be a great game.
Okay.
You have 2 dueling quarterbacks back and forth. I think it's gonna be kind of one of those games where you beat me, I beat you. We go head to head. Listen, I've said it before. I don't think either of these defenses is gonna put much up in the way of substance. As far as I think both these defenses are a little bit fraudish. Listen, New England's been great defensively. At what point, though, have they faced a really good on-point quarterback like Tom Brady? Not sure they have. I think it'll be back and forth. Should be fun with all the weapons and Julio Jones against Belichick and what they do to kind of curb that. I'm gonna wishful think that it's gonna be a great game.
Yeah, I kind of sell it. The national championship game is going to be hard to kind of to win on a last-second play like that, back and forth. I was very excited, and I hope it does. I hope the Super Bowl lives up to the hype. I really do. I mean, after kind of last year's clunker, it'd be nice to kind of get another one that's kind of right down to the wire. And, the line tells you that they expect it to be close. So, I hope it lives up to the hype. But right now, I kind of sell it, so.
Right. Did you take his advice when you're playing?
I did. I actually called Chris this morning.
Wow.
Reached out to him, was able to get his number. He's a hard guy to get a hold of. He does he's a busy guy. And, I actually, confided in him and said, look, man, I'm struggling right now.
Is he okay with you giving his...
I don't know. He didn't say one way or the other, but, so that's where we're at.
Well, I guess when times are tough, you gotta.
Look, I mean, I was struggling with my play of the day, so I needed to turn somewhere.
And he's been.
I turned the prayer. That didn't do anything.
I mean, he's 22-1. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. And that's very impressive.
You know, so it's like, again, I mean, I guess when you're not winning, which, Ryan, you're 10-10, you're basically 50%.
Right. I'm not like 2-8.
Yeah, so I guess you got to win somehow. But when you want to win, I guess a 96% capper is what you need. So, great job.
Yep.
That is unbelievable. I've never seen someone go 96%.
Over 23 games.
Over 23. That is really impressive. What is your secret? Seriously, I'd love to know what your secret is. That is fantastic.
I guess he just has a gift.
Yeah, definitely. 21-1. Still crazy good. How do you do that? Your bookie must hate you.
Yep.
Does anyone take your bets? It's crazy. Guys, quickly let people know you're joking before somebody takes it seriously. We're not joking at all. Odds of Irish is dropping. Sorry, Ryan. Damn. Best gambler, don't talk about Chris like that. But so you really confided in him. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
How'd you reach him? Like over the phone?
I'm not at liberty to discuss that right now.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
With Chris, he's an interesting cat. So I got a lawyer, and he told me not to give out that information. So
yeah, I've heard you take down books. I've heard those legendary tales about you.
Those fables.
Yeah, I've heard you're really feared around Vegas. Actually, I heard that Jay Cornegie won't take any of your action at the Westgate. That's impressive, man. When you get shut down, best gambler. Well, no, don't call him that's not nice, Chris. We don't use those homophobic terms on this show. You're calling him a faggot, but you're saying blow me. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Don't call people that. That's not nice. Any opinion on Butler, Seton Hall tomorrow? Julian, I haven't even looked at tomorrow's yet. Let's worry about tonight.
Take it easy, Jules.
It's one day by day, bro. Ryan, shut up. I gave the pick to Ryan.
He types funny.
Jeff, shut up. Oh, no, I know you did. That's great. It's fantastic. Get in line, Chris. Philly wants me to blow him, too. Philly, we haven't seen him around.
Thank God.
Where's he been, I wonder?
I don't know. It's nice, though, isn't it? Chat box is relatively peaceful.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything from him. Chris, why don't you and the other Chris go fist each other? Okay, we'll be sure to follow Chris Barr, the goat. What's a goat? You want to be called a goat?
You're driving? That's not real safe, dude.
Yeah,
I hope your kids aren't in the car.
Why do they call you the goat?
I guess because he's the greatest of all time, huh?
Oh, okay. I see what you did there.
Yep.
All right. Well, hey, go follow Chris at, what's your website again?
MVPSportsLasVegas.com.
ChrisBarr.com.
Jeez.
But, all right, guys, everyone have a great night. We'll be back tomorrow with another show. Ryan's play of the day is Notre Dame Moneyline. I'm on Arkansas plus 3.5 and San Diego State minus 6. Everyone have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.